Erika Jane said it's hormones and not Ozempic. Use a hormone line. Girl, please. That's fine. Okay. Okay, girl. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective. And today I've got another review for you. This time it is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Season 13, episode 1, the Eaglewoman has landed. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I talk about books, TV, reality TV, movies, pretty much anything you can formulate an opinion on. That's what I'm talking about on this channel. So join the community. All right. That's what we have around here. We have a community. So join the conversation, start a conversation, get in where you fit in. Okay. Let's get into this review. Okay, so y'all, I have just a few. Hold on, let's see. I have like 3 pages of notes. Okay. Now, let me just preface this before I even get into it. Let me preface it. So, I watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I would probably say maybe, I don't even remember the seasons. It was probably season like 10 or 11. So I'm familiar with the castmates. I'm familiar with some of the women and a lot of their storylines, but I dropped off for about a good 3, 4 seasons. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. And what I can say from the first go around being reintroduced to these women again, there have been a lot of changes. I would say Erika Jane has turned into a totally different woman. And no judgment to her because a lot of times trauma and that kind of thing you go through things, right? But I feel like she's turned into more of a cutthroat person, and I haven't seen it yet, right? So I'm coming in fresh off the boat, y'all, fresh out the package. Okay, rip me out the package. I'm acting brand new. Okay, but from just watching this episode, my first thought of Erika Jane, I'm like, how cutthroat has she become? She has really become very, very cutthroat to, in my opinion. Um, and almost like somebody that could potentially turn into a villain. That's where I'm going. The second person who has done a lot of changing, I will say Kyle Richards has done a lot of changing. She I don't know what it is. Now, rumor word on the curb is that her and Mauricio have been separated and you're starting to see a little bit of the rift on the show, right from the first beginning of the episode or towards the end of the episode, but the first episode you see the rift. The people say that Kyle Richards is dipping her toe, maybe her foot, into the lady pond, and you know for it. Quiet as it's kept, the woman that Kyle is turning into, low key she gives me that. Okay. And not judging, right? Because there is no form or certain way that you would be like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like she gives that she would be in there in the lady pond if that makes any sense, right? Okay. So let's get into my notes real quick. Again, the episode is called The Eagle Woman Has Landed. We're at Dorit's house. Now, who in the hell forgot about this about Dorit? Forgot about her. Dorit, where the hell is this accent coming from? Y'all, okay, so did she drop her accent? Because the way she's talking now, remember when she had like that strange Scottish Ireland accent, and then we found out she was like from Alabama or something like that, something real country. Now she dropped that accent and she doing something else. I'm like, girl, where is this accent? Where is this accent coming from? Anyway, so Dorit come down. She sees PK in the kitchen eating up all their snacks. Okay, and I guess they rich so they can open up multiple bags of chips. But baby, when I was growing up, you better eat that one bag of chips. Y'all better pick the bag y'all want to eat. Okay, because y'all gonna be eating out that one bag until it's all gone. It don't be going. Don't be making multiple trips to that bag. You got one trip once a day to that one bag. So you better pick wisely. Okay. It wouldn't have been me. Ooh. Dorita's planning a spiritual healer trip. Here we go again. Every franchise always has to have some sort of spiritual healer, child. Um, did y'all see that confessional look Dorit had with that Chanel on? I was like, girl, please. It was giving City Trends Chanel. It was like, girl, Chanel, girl, okay, girl. But you know what? Let me stop talking because I don't have nothing Chanel. But I am going to have something Chanel at some point. My bag, I keep speaking it into the atmosphere. I want my Chanel bag. My boyfriend works from home in the office next to me, so I've been dropping. I want my Chanel bag. Okay, at some point, I'm gonna get that motherfucker. Get it to me, the plastic one. Okay. Anyway, so Eaglewoman comes with her assistant, Blue Heron, or Blue Robin, a Blue Sparrow. I don't know what she was a blue bird. I don't know what is it a blue bird? Blue Heron? Don't know. She was a blue animal, okay? And so Blue came with her, and they were talking about the spiritual retreat that they wanted to host to kind of get all the girls together and, become one with spirit and all. I'm like exploiting other people's cultures because really, oh, please. Okay. PK was looking like, listen, you can beat on as many drums as you want, but these crazy ass heifers, they not, but you could try. Also PK. He said these women are crazy. Good luck. Okay. So all the women are getting ready for the spiritual retreat. All of them are doing glam. I said, now y'all getting ready for a spiritual retreat or a photo shoot? Which one is it? I don't know. Um, we find out Kathy is no longer on the show. Now, did I used to like Kathy? Kathy walked around like she was drunk all the time. She just did not seem like she had it. She didn't have it together. But where does this kept? I mean, did she really have to have it together? She rich as hell. Okay. Um, Kyle, oh yeah, Kyle is coming and she says she's feeling off centered. Erika Jane is also feeling off centered because Lisa Rinna is not on the show. Now I do remember Lisa Rinna and she was always annoying to me. So I'm low key, high key glad that she's gone. Okay. How she did. All right. Erika Jane says her friend is gone, so now she's pretty much having to fend for herself. Which again, Jane, I feel like she gonna be the villain this season, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Erica Jane comes in. All the women are meeting at the retreat. They're getting there. They're being dropped off. Their ride is bringing them in, etc. All the girls see Erica Jane come in, and they were like, "You look so skinny. You look so skinny." She said, "Oh yeah, hormones." Erica Jane, mother hormones, girl, hormones. Shut the fuck up, girl. Okay. Ozempic, girl. Ozempic. Okay, please. You started taking hormones right around the same time when Ozempic became very popular. Girl, stop. Like nobody's dumb. Okay. Anyway, so they all of a sudden hear Bird, and my apologies to her name because I don't remember it, and I forgot to write it down. So my apologies. So Bird was walking around with the drums, and she was beating on the drums and things. I was like, are we appropriating other people's culture, y'all? Anyway, okay. So Eagle Woman summons all the people. She's like, "Hey, y'all, come on over here. I'm purifying this space, calling on the ancestors." Okay. She gives them sage tea. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Kyle sat up there and was trying to hold on to that sage tea, and if it dropped down, I was like, "Oh my god, these idiots!" I'm not gonna lie. It was a couple times where I LOL with these women. It's right, y'all, y'all are dumb. Anyway, this whole thing was funny to me. It was funny as hell. They trying to figure out where to sit. It's just doing a lot. They were doing a lot with the least. And then the lady drumming in the back. I was just kind of like, ma'am, please. But anyway, I mean, I know that's part of your culture and whatnot, but ma'am, these girls, you can already tell, like this Beverly Hills, they really not. Okay. Anyway, so they're sitting around and Dorit wants to talk about, their hurts and things like that. So she calls Erica Jane to the carpet about what she said about PK and Dorit going to being the ones that are headed to Splitsville next at BravoCon. And maybe Dorit was like, I can't believe you said that to me. And it seemed like you were just so hurt. And Erica Jane says, I was being a showman. The people asked me a messy question. I gave them a messy answer. And gonna lie to you, I felt like again, I have no backstory. Have no backstory. I do feel like Erica Jane should have led with an apology. But that's what I'm telling you. I feel like Erica Jane has become cutthroat and because of everything that she's gone through. Okay. So I'm expecting more I'm gonna expect Erika Jane to be a lot more callous, throughout the season. Erika Jane responds back to her and says, "Well, Dorit, is your marriage? Because if your marriage strong, you ain't got to be worried about what I said." Later on in the episode, we find out that Dorit is having some issues in her marriage, and she is feeling a little bit like, are me and PK gonna make it? She was like, "I married PK thinking we were gonna be together for the rest of our lives. Well, at least for the rest of his life." I said, "Oh, okay, okay." Oh, and Sutton mentioned in the confessional, word on the curb is that when PK, and I do remember this, I think this was like the last time I was watching the show. PK had got to an accident, had a DUI, and there was supposed to be an alleged woman there in the car when he was getting the DUI. So that was the only rumor that Sutton had heard. But quiet as it's kept, I feel like I heard the same thing. Okay, because I kept my ear a little bit to the street, so I just a little bit. Kyle then says to Erika Jane and the group that she really felt betrayed because of the situation at the reunion with Kathy. And I'm like, damn, Kathy is your sister? I mean, I knew Kathy was her sister, but damn, to have your sister be like that? Who needs enemies when you have a sister like Kathy treating, and again, get down in the comments, give me the backstory. But it just seems like Kathy ain't shit to me. Okay. So apparently at the reunion, Kathy has said a lot of different things to Lisa Renner about the whole cast, just insulting them and saying ultimately that Kathy was going to stop at nothing to ruin Kyle's family. And I was with Garcelle when she responded to Kathy. I'm sorry, she responded to Kyle and said, "Why are you directing your anger at us when you need to be directing at the person who is trying to destroy your family?" And because I have no backstory and I'm just listening to just bits and pieces, I feel the same. I'm like, girl, what you. Kathy said just as much harmful things to the rest of these girls as she said about you, Kathy. So why did you think that they would need to come to your rescue? Like, what is? Get down in the comments. Please tell me what's going on there. What did I miss? Because I was just looking at her like, girl, what? And Kyle is looking a little bit sideways at Sutton because Sutton is still hanging out with Kathy. Now, again, this lady is Kathy Hilton. Okay, the girl got the money. Okay, so I guess Sutton said she'll forgive her so she can go to that party. But Kyle is looking at Sutton sideways. Get down in the comments to tell me a quick shorthand backstory on that, because I don't understand why Kyle would be mad at the other ladies when it really is your sister who the problem. Okay, so we get to Sutton. Sutton loves horses, and she bought a horse named Santos. Jennifer Tilly is her friend, and I remember Jennifer Tilly as she's an actress. I've seen her on a whole bunch of old shows, like sitcom shows from the 90s. She always seemed a little drunk and off, if you know what I mean. She always played that, "Oh yeah, that's really fun." If that's the Jennifer Tilly, I should probably looked it up before I went to go came on here. But yeah, I think that's the Jennifer Tilly that down in the comments. I know you'll correct me. I think that's her. I think that's her. Okay, so she has, made millions of dollars, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, I believe. She was talking about how she wants to show off her success to her ex-husband. And I said, girl, if that's your ex-husband, girl, why the fuck do you care about what the hell he talking about or what the hell he thinks about you? But I kind of understand where she's going. It's kind of like you tried to destroy me. So Sutton was talking about in her marriage when she first got married to her ex-husband, they blurred out his face. They were 50-50. She was working, he was working, she was bringing in money, he was bringing in money. She got pregnant, all that stopped. He told her she no longer could work and he was giving her an allowance. And then he started to being able to control her with that money. And after the divorce, child, she was getting $300,000 worth of spousal support in a month. She said, I would be a fool not to receive spousal support, but having financial independence is so liberating. And that's why I be telling these women, I'm not gonna go on my soapbox because I want to make this video as short as possible. But ladies, yeah, listen, okay? Listen, hear me and hear me well. Money is power, okay? You talking about you trying to be a stay-at-home wife and you trying to do all these different things, girl. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. Money is power. Money is independence. You make sure, all right, that you have your own stuff. Now, if you got to put it away, or if you got to, whatever you got to do, but money is power and money is independence. You got to have your own stuff. You got to have your, come on, listen, okay? Right now, let this be a lesson to you. Let it be a lesson. Hey, like my grandma used to say, girl, let it be a lesson to you. All right. Anyway, okay, so Erika Jane is with her therapist. She's been with her therapist for 2.5 years. She was asking her therapist how to have empathy. And I was just kind of like, is empathy something that you can teach someone? Is empathy really something you can teach somebody? Because honestly, it should come naturally. Well, I have thoughts about that, but I mean, is it something you really need to be able? Is it something that you teach? I She lost me. She lost me. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Mixing Lexapro and alcohol. I said, girl, what in the hell was you doing, girl? She basically had to fall from grace. We all know the story. Tom Girardi was scamming people, taking money, living this lavish lifestyle, and obviously supporting his wife with, all these people, victims' money, right? And he's 80 years old and gonna be in a slammer for the rest of his life. So, um, Dorit and Kyle, this is where we find out. Kyle comes over to Dorit's house. This is where we find out that Dorit, lo and behold, is having some doubts about her marriage. And I saw Kyle looking around like, well, bitch, why didn't you say this shit at the little retreat? Why you ain't say this at the retreat? Because you damn sure was that me and PK are fine in whatever act. I'm trying to get her accent down, but it's so much. It's so many different languages in one. It's Scottish, it's Mississippi, it's British, it's Caribbean. She got all these accents put together, and I'm just trying to figure out where she coming from. So I give me a minute and I'll learn it, but give me a minute. So she questioning her marriage. I'm not gonna lie to you. This part I kind of like. I was texting and looking around and doing other stuff. So if I miss something, get down in the comments. But I don't too much care for Dorit like that anyway. I think she aggravating. So anyway, we get to Garcelle. She's taking the twins, Jade and Jax, who are 15 now. She's taking them to the beach. They're gonna have a picnic on the beach. Jade got a little girlfriend. Her name is Kira Lynn or Ashlyn. Ashlyn. I should know. He be talking about the damn girl. He brought her name up so many times while we were watching the show. I'm like, I should know the girl name. She cute. Cute little girl. She a cute little girl. Ooh, let me put my so Garcelle is having a conversation. She's been traveling back and forth from Atlanta to shoot a movie. And the boys talk about how she actually brings it up to the boys. Garcelle asks, you don't really let me parent. And the son, Jax, says, I really don't need you to be a parent to me anymore. I needed you 2 years ago. And now I don't need that. Now, I was trying to figure out, and maybe I might be doing this because I absolutely love Garcelle. Maybe I'm doing this because I'm trying to think about how I'm doing this. Am I questioning whether or not they're saying if they're speaking if this is hyperbole? Because she said I was gone. They said you were gone for a year. She said I was gone for 3 weeks. He said you're gone. That's basically a year. So is it hyperbole? Or is he really saying you were gone from us a year and we didn't have you? When he said, I needed you to be 2 years ago, were you saying, was he saying I needed you 2 years ago and you weren't there? Or were you 2 years ago is when I needed you. Now I'm 15 and I don't feel like I need that much guidance anymore. Is that, I don't know. And then maybe I'm questioning this probably because it's Garcelle. I know, hold me accountable in the comments, but I'm just saying, like, there was a little bit of confusion for me in terms of dates and things like that. I'm like, okay, so what are you saying? Like, I appreciate the communication that they have. Like, she allowed them to speak and allowed them to vocalize how they felt, even if it was painful for Garcelle or painful for a parent to hear. But I also was kind of looking at them like, okay, so which one is it? Was it a year or was it 3 weeks? Did you need her 2 years ago and she wasn't there? Or 2 years ago is when I needed you, you were there for me, and because of all the work that you've done 2 years in this now moment, I don't need you anymore. Confusion, y'all get down in the comments, let me know. And then when Jade was like, you don't need to be parent anymore. When Jack said that, Jade was like, what, boy? So I was like, okay, so what's happening? Is this hyperbole? Are you really? Because I'm not gonna lie, the boys got Garcelle out here looking like a neglectful mother. Okay, the boys got Garcelle looking like she don't handle her mommy business, and I'm not here for that. Okay. Um, Last scene we see Kyle and Mauricio. Look at Mauricio and what he do for a living? Y'all here, real estate broker. He doing all this kind of stuff. He got money. Okay, puts a Brunson voice in the office trying to schedule some things. He comes out to see Kyle. Kyle's in a mood, right? She's like, huh. You know how you get in that mood? Sometimes I get in this mood when my cycle's about to come. I'm just like, everything is just annoying. I don't feel like doing nothing. Leave me alone. But come over here and hug me. But don't touch me and leave me alone. And but don't walk away. Like, it's just the whole thing. Like, everything is just annoying, right? So he walks in and she's just in a mood, and she's got tattoos, and he was like, when did you get this new tattoo? And she was like, well, you would have known if you've been paying attention to my body. I was like, oh, okay. It's okay. Anyway, so he says, well, you don't need any more tattoos. And she said, I'm going to be able to get whatever tattoos I want. And I'm like, and again, here, I'm all here for liberation, but is this liberation more as a rebellion? I don't know, right? And the way that Kyle was talking, it sounded like there were so many expectations that were placed on her for so very long, and now that she's feeling free, or this is her way to express her freedom. And here for it, here for it. I am, and I feel like Kyle's absolutely right. This is my body. I can do what I want with it. I mean, let me take that back. Okay, if you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage. Let me not just say relationship. Let me say if you're in a marriage and you want to be mindful of your partner, right? Yes. I'm not married. Married folks, get down in the comments. I would imagine that you would still want to be mindful of your partner and what your partner feels. You still make the ultimate decision because at the end of the day, it is your life and it is your body. You still want to be mindful. So I understand what she was saying. I just felt like, maybe you can wrap that up a little bit nicer. I don't know. And Mauricio was looking at her like, huh? Like, are you acting out? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? She was just giving 17-year-old kid who wanted to just be rebellious. But also, I understand. Like, I'm here for it. Like, yeah, I'm here for it. Anyway, get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode. I'm here, y'all. I enjoyed it. I definitely did. I think the part where Dorit was on with Kyle, I started dwindling off. I was like, girl, I don't care about nothing that you saying. But outside of Dorit and Kyle, I'm feeling like the girls it's going to be interesting. They haven't introduced the new girl yet. And Crystal, she just be not, she be there, but do she be there? Okay. Y'all get down in the comments. No shade to Crystal. I liked her. Did I like her when I used to watch it? She was okay. She was all right. Anyway, get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.